Did you know that a tortoise's heart rate can drop to just 1 beat per minute? Intriguing, isn't it? It's a testament to the tortoise's ability to slow down, to conserve energy when necessary, a vital skill in their survival toolbox. But that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to these fascinating creatures. Tortoises, the epitome of slow and steady, are a treasure trove of unexpected facts and behaviors. From their incredibly slow metabolism, which allows them to survive without food or water for months, to their remarkable longevity, outliving many other species on this planet, their world is filled with wonders waiting to be explored. And the best part? Their world is so much more than just a slow crawl. There's a multitude of surprising facts about these amazing creatures that you probably haven't heard before. So, buckle up and get ready to explore the captivating world of tortoise behavior. Imagine living for over a century. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But for tortoises, it's just life. Welcome to the fascinating world of tortoises, the animal kingdom's veritable longevity champions. When we think of long lifespans, we often think of humans, yet there are tortoises who have seen the rise and fall of entire human generations. Consider Jonathan, a Seychelles giant tortoise, who holds the record for the oldest known living terrestrial animal. Born around the year 1832, Jonathan has lived through 2 world wars, the invention of airplanes and the rise of the digital age. Just imagine the stories he could tell if he could speak. But what contributes to these astounding lifespans? Well, it boils down to a few key factors. Firstly, tortoises have a slow metabolism. This means they burn energy at a slower rate than most animals, reducing wear and tear on their bodies. Secondly, they have an impressive ability to endure harsh conditions. Tortoises can survive without food or water for extended periods, which is especially handy during periods of drought or scarcity. Thirdly, their hardy shells provide them with a natural armor against predators. This isn't just any shell, it's a mobile fortress that has evolved over millions of years. This shell protects them from the majority of threats they might encounter in their long lives. And finally, tortoises are masters at minimizing stress. They lead a slow-paced, steady life, free from the hustle and bustle that characterizes the lives of many other creatures. This low-stress lifestyle contributes significantly to their longevity. Yet despite their long lives, tortoises are not invincible. Habitat loss, climate change, and human activity pose significant threats to their survival. It's up to us to ensure these ancient creatures continue to grace our planet for centuries to come. So, next time you see a tortoise, remember it might be older than your grandparents. And who knows, it might just be quietly teaching us the secret to a long, healthy life. Ever wondered how tortoises communicate? Well, their world is not as silent as you might assume. Their methods of communication are slow and subtle yet profoundly intriguing. As they saunter through their days, tortoises use a variety of signals to communicate with each other. It's a language that's unique yet universal among their species. With no vocal cords to rely on, tortoises have evolved other fascinating ways to express themselves. Take head bobbing, for instance. It's not just a quirky tortoise trait, it's an essential part of their vocabulary. When a tortoise bobs its head up and down, it's not just getting a better view of its surroundings, it's communicating. Whether it's a friendly greeting, a show of dominance, or a courtship signal, each bob tells a story. Next, consider biting. Now don't get the wrong idea. Tortoises aren't typically aggressive creatures. When they bite, it's usually not about causing harm, but rather establishing boundaries. A gentle nip here, a cautious bite there, and the message is clear. This is my space, please respect that. And then there's shell ramming. Yes, you heard that right. Tortoises, these seemingly peaceful creatures, engage in bouts of shell ramming. It's a display of dominance and it's quite the spectacle. 2 tortoises, each determined to hold their ground, ramming their shells together until one decides to retreat. It's a slow-motion battle of wills and determination. These are just a few examples of the unique ways tortoises communicate with each other. Each head bob, each bite, each shell ram serves a specific purpose. They're forms of expression that allow tortoises to interact with their world and with each other in meaningful ways. So, a tortoise's life is not as quiet as you might think. It's full of subtle conversations. They may not use words as we do, but their language is just as rich, just as nuanced, and just as profound. It's a slow and steady dialogue that echoes the timeless wisdom of these extraordinary creatures. Tortoises are not just slow walkers, but slow sleepers too. Now that's a statement that might leave you wondering. And it's true. Tortoises are the champions of hibernation, a fascinating aspect of their behavior that we'll delve into. Imagine this: a sleep that lasts not for hours, but for months. That's what tortoises, these remarkable creatures, experience every year. As the chilly winds of winter sweep across the land, tortoises retreat into their shells and enter a state of dormancy, a deep sleep known as hibernation. This isn't your everyday nap. Hibernation is an intricate process, a survival strategy that allows tortoises to conserve energy when food is scarce. Their metabolism slows down dramatically, their body temperature drops, and their heart rate decreases. It's as if they switch themselves off, only to switch back on when the warmth of spring returns. Different species of tortoises have different hibernation schedules and durations. Some might sleep for a few months, while others, like the gopher tortoise, can snooze away almost 3/4 of the year. Incredible, isn't it? The significance of hibernation in a tortoise's life cycle is immense. It has shaped their evolution, their physiology, and even their behavior. It's a time when they are at their most vulnerable, yet it's a time when they demonstrate their most remarkable survival skills. But hibernation is not just about survival. It's also about rejuvenation. When tortoises emerge from their long slumber, they are refreshed, ready to embark on the activities of their active season: foraging, mating, and exploring their environment. Hibernation is a testament to the tortoise's resilience and adaptability. It's a marvel of nature that reminds us of the diverse survival strategies employed by different species. It's a phenomenon that sparks our curiosity and deepens our appreciation for these slow and steady creatures. So, while we snuggle in our beds for a night's rest, tortoises take it to another level with their long slumbers. Just another reason why these fascinating creatures continue to captivate us, and why the world of tortoises is a world worth exploring. Did you ever think tortoises could be passionate lovers or fierce fighters? In the world of these slow-moving creatures, the game of love and war is played out with a unique blend of patience and persistence. Tortoises, despite their often stoic appearance, engage in intricate mating rituals that could put even the most passionate of romantics to shame. The male tortoise initiates the courtship by circling the female, bobbing his head, and making a series of grunting sounds. It's a slow dance of love that can last for hours, an expression of patience and passion that mirrors their overall approach to life. The mating ritual is not merely about the pursuit of love, but also a test of endurance. The males in their quest for a mate can become persistent to the point of becoming a nuisance to the females. It's a fascinating display of determination that reflects their tenacious spirit. But tortoises are not just lovers. They are fighters too. Territorial disputes among tortoises can become quite intense. When two males encounter each other in a contested territory, they engage in a slow-motion battle of strength and endurance. They ram into each other, using their hard shells as both offensive and defensive weapons. These confrontations, though slow and seemingly gentle, can last for hours and are a testament to their relentless nature. It's a captivating blend of gentleness and ferocity, a dance of love and war played out at a pace that allows us to appreciate every nuanced movement, every subtle gesture. The world of tortoises is not just about slow movements and long lives, it's also about deep-seated passions and fierce territorial instincts. These creatures, encased in their hard shells, harbor a world of emotions and instincts that can be as complex and compelling as any other species. So the next time you see a tortoise, remember beneath that calm exterior lies a passionate lover and a fierce fighter. It seems tortoises have a flair for the dramatic when it comes to love and war. Did you know a tortoise mother never meets her babies? It's a fascinating fact, isn't it? Motherhood in the world of tortoises is a unique and captivating spectacle. While in many species mothers care for their young, the tortoise mother is an exception, leaving her offspring to fend for themselves from the moment they hatch. This might seem harsh, but let's delve deeper. The tortoise mother demonstrates an exceptional level of trust in her offspring's abilities. After she lays her eggs, usually in a deep, meticulously dug hole, she covers them up with dirt and leaves them to incubate naturally. This process could take anywhere from 60 to 120 days, depending on the species and the climate. Throughout this long incubation period, the tortoise mother will not check on her eggs. Instead, she will continue with her slow-paced life, trusting the process and the resilience of her soon-to-be hatchlings. And when the time comes, these tiny tortoises no bigger than a coin break free from their shells using a special tooth called a carbuncle, which falls off soon after. Now you might wonder, how do these hatchlings survive without any parental care? Well, nature has equipped them well. Baby tortoises are born with an instinctive understanding of their environment. They know how to find food, seek shelter, and protect themselves from predators. It's a tough world out there, but these little ones are well prepared. Their first meal? the remnants of their own eggshell which provides them with vital nutrients for their initial growth. From then on, it's a journey of exploration and adaptation. These miniature adventurers face the world with an inherent sense of direction and survival instincts that would put many larger animals to shame, and so, the cycle of life continues. The tortoise mother, having done her part, leaves her offspring to carry on the legacy. It's a testament to the remarkable resilience and independence that define the life of a tortoise. These tiny creatures are born survivors, ready to face the world on their own. So you see, the life of a tortoise is not as simple as it appears. In fact, their slow-paced existence is a complex and fascinating dance of survival and adaptation. Let's recap on some of the key points we've discussed. We've delved into the remarkable longevity of tortoises who can live for over a century. Their secret? A slow metabolism and a heart that beats only 3 to 4 times a minute. They're the grand old sages of our planet, silently observing the world as it changes and evolves around them. We've also explored their subtle yet profound behaviors. From their keen sense of direction to their unique mating rituals, tortoises are far from mundane. They can navigate vast distances and even recognize their human caretakers, busting the myth that they're simple creatures with small brains. And who could forget about their hibernation skills? Tortoises are the ultimate survivors, capable of going into a deep sleep that can last for several months. This hibernation, or brumation, allows them to endure the harshest of winters, only to emerge when the warmth of spring arrives. We've seen them as lovers and fighters. Male tortoises can be surprisingly aggressive when competing for a mate, while females show remarkable dedication in their quest to lay and protect their eggs. And last but not least, we've marveled at the tenacity of tortoise mothers. Despite the odds, these dedicated mothers will travel great distances to find the perfect nesting site, often returning to the same spot year after year. If you found this journey into the world of tortoises as fascinating as we did, don't forget to subscribe for more exciting videos. Remember, in the world of tortoises, slow and steady truly does win the race.